Day 27 on this cut. Feeling okay. So definitely starting to feel the fatigue, especially yesterday. I dropped my calories to between 17 and 1800. I'm pretty sure that's where I was around, but I just put my tracker at 1900 because I wasn't sure on something that I had, and I didn't weigh it, and I kind of just estimated it. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure I stayed about 1800. But it was like half of a banana, and I didn't weigh it, and I just over calculated. I calculated as like 80 calories, when reality it probably was like 30, 40-ish. So that still would have kept me in the 1800 range. And I woke up and I just struggled last night with sleep, and like I said, I've told you guys I have PTSD, and so I struggled with nightmares last night. I just didn't sleep very well. And then this morning, man, I had to be out and about at like 4:35 this morning, and it was negative 17 degrees, and I was like, this is just no good. I did not want anything to do with this cold. Normally, around this time of year, I'm in Florida for 2 to 3 weeks, so I kind of missed these like really, really super cold snaps like this. Last year, I was in Florida, so really sucks this year I didn't get to go, because that would have made my workouts outside even nice. And just to show you guys, when I was traveling, man, I still was hitting the gym consistently last year. So on my way up to Florida, I would just plan my routes of like, okay, we're gonna get to this town around 8 o'clock. Let me look if there's any Anytime Fitnesses. Oh, there's not an Anytime Fitness here. Let me kind of look around. Okay, there's one a little bit further. We'll get there by 9, so let's do that. Let's plan the workout. We'll hit the workout like 9 o'clock, and then take showers, jump in the back of the van, and go to sleep. And so that's how I would plan my workouts, man. And then I remember I was on the bulk at this time, but dude, I remember knocking out like 3 freaking Whataburgers like an hour before my lift. And then I had like the Dr. Pepper shake as well. Oof. I'll tell you, man, those were some of the best pumps of my life, especially during traveling season. Because then we would eat like, we'd eat a lot of that kind of stuff, and it just a lot of carbs, so it made my bulks amazing. Made my pump amazing, I should say. So today's plan is legs. Probably just gonna go in there, and my legs feel pretty good, but you know what? My whole upper body is starting to really feel the fatigue too. So tomorrow might have to be a rest day. I'm gonna wake up and see how I feel, because normally tomorrow's arms. But we'll see how we feel tomorrow when we wake up. Oh man. So I'm just gonna go in there and just kind of get a feel of what I want to do. Get some filler reps in there. Feel like what's working, what's not working, and then we'll go from there. But I just can't really say this enough, man. Like, a lot of people argue with me about rest and stuff like that. It's like, this is what's been working for me. This has been what's working for my body. And you know what? I didn't start taking off like my arms. If you go back and you watch some of my old content, man, my arms did not start taking off until I stopped taking unnecessary rest days. Because this is what happens when I take rest days, okay? So say I go, okay, I'm going to take a rest day Saturday and Sundays. Those are my rest days. Those are my planned rest days. That's what I'm going to do. I do them, but then like come Monday, like I have a hard time just like getting back into the flow. It like messes everything up, and then it's like, oh man, like, oh, maybe I should just take another rest day, and then it just messes with me. And then it makes me, when I do not work out every single day, it messes with me more mentally. It makes me more I don't know, it just brings me more down. It makes me more sad. It makes me more depressed. It does a lot to me mentally. So I guess you could say I'm addicted to the gym. That's fine. But like the way that I do it is sustainable. It's like I go in there and I do really eight hard sets. I'm in there for maybe 45 minutes and I do 8 real good hard sets, but I still warm up and everything. Sometimes I do a little bit more. Like yesterday I did 11, 12 sets. And then I get out and I start the recovery process. I'm taking my electrolytes. I have high protein. Normally I get really good sleep. And see, that's why, look what's off today. The past couple days my sleep has been really off and really disruptive. And now I'm feeling like I might need a rest day. That's where it's showing you guys. Like if you do everything in your power to properly recover, properly, your meals are on point, everything's just on point, you can train every single day and be perfectly fine, and you're gonna still grow. Like my arms and like a lot of my muscles, man, they just took off when I stopped taking so many unnecessary rest days. And a lot of that is because I go in there, I go hard, I push myself to the limit, and then I get out and recover. Like, and I don't know. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if I was taking those rest days, maybe my whole muscles would even be bigger right now. But when I was taking those rest days, I wasn't really growing much. And maybe I don't know, now that I look back, see, this is why I wish I was recording my whole journey, because then I could look back and be like, okay, was I really pushing myself to the max on all those reps and on those sets? Then I can really find, okay, well, maybe it's because now I really pushed myself hard, and that's what made me start growing more, and not necessarily not having the rest days, you know what I mean? And I still take rest days every once in a while. I just don't take them consistently. Like a lot of people I see in the gym are like, okay, Sunday and Monday are my rest days, Saturday is my rest day, I don't do that. I just take a rest day when I absolutely feel exhausted. My body's like, okay, we need a rest. And then I'll take a rest day. But now, is that the right way to do it? I don't know. Like maybe we need some more studies on this. Maybe there needs to be more studies where they take people like me who do it consistently, and then they take someone who is taking rest days, and we're the same height, same weight, same everything, and our meal plan's the same and everything's the same, to see who actually got more from their workouts, or maybe the person who did take the rest days got more, gained more muscle. But there's so much that goes into it. I don't know. So I feel like this is what works for me, so I'm going to keep doing what I think works for me. Unless for some reason, out of nowhere, I start taking a little bit more rest days because I just feel a little bit more tired and everything, especially being in such a deficit. And then I start seeing some more different results, then maybe I'll start taking more consistent rest days. But for right now, man, my plan is to just keep pushing it hard every day. I push myself to the max. It's like, I'll be in there, and I've had some people, I'll be honest, like, I've had some people kind of come up to me before and was like, oh, I just want to let you know, like, you're kind of ego lifting, and like, you might hurt yourself. And it's like, dude, I hurt myself just walking and fell down the stairs. I just hurt myself, like, walking, like, when I was in Idaho on my trip, I was just walking and my calf did something weird and funky, and then, like, you know what I mean? It's like, there's always a risk to you getting hurt no matter what you do. That's not good. Anything you do, there's a risk, right? So I listen to my body. So if I'm in there and I'm pushing it really hard, and say I'm doing a little bit of swinging, say whatever I'm doing, or I'm doing really heavy weight, if I feel any little thing slightly off with my body, I immediately stop. I immediately rack the weight, stop, take a moment, and I'm like, okay, I felt something a little weird, something feels a little off. Let me go way lower, and then I'll go lower, and then if I feel like there's still something a little bit off, it could be a little bit of pain, it could be a little bit of anything, then I stop. I go, okay, no more, like I'm done hitting that body part, like no more. And then I go back to the recovery process. By doing that, I haven't gotten injured lifting weights. Like there's been some times where I felt some little weird stuff the next day in like my shoulder or in my like right pecs or sometimes like left pecs. Like there's always been like some little weird kind of deep kind of pain, but then I'm like, okay, we're going to really extra rest this, and what I'll do is get massages, or what I'll do is just this kind of stuff of just like extra sleep, extra hydration, extra protein, and I seem to be fine. You know what I mean? I haven't even had to take like BPC 157 yet or anything like that. But and injuries are part of it. Like injuries are part of working out. Like the goal is not to get injured, but there's a chance you will get injured. But we're just gonna go in there, hit legs. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. So I'm kind of feeling it right now, especially in the upper body. So tomorrow might be a rest day, but it's gonna be an active rest day. So what is an active rest day? Because I'm still doing 75 hard, so I have to do a 45-minute workout inside as well. So that's going to be probably just really low intensity cardio, just walking on the treadmill. Basic, just walking for 45 minutes, watching shows, doing something like that. And then I have to do another 45-minute workout outside as well. So then that will be another just low intensity walking, and that'll be it. I kind of want to go on a hike tomorrow, but I don't know how the weather is going to be. And hiking the day after a leg day might not be the best thing to recover my legs. But anyways, let's get in there and start this leg day. I'm going to start probably with leg extensions and leg curls, and I might just spam those and just call it good. So I might do just 8 really hard sets on both machines. Call it good. We'll see how it goes though. Let's get in there. Warmed up. Already went hard on one set, so we got probably 4 more sets of this. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Alright, since we've been sitting here spamming this, I'm going to do one really hard set. I'm not going to go too much. Normally I could do the full stack. We'll do 190. Alright, I'll do 200. Let's make it interesting. We'll see how much the deficit is taking a plate. Alright. we got 13 reps in. Let's move on to, I think, leg curls. I'm going to start off at 130. Get a good song playing here. What do you guys think? Set Fire to the Rain. Maybe some Britney Spears. Feeling more. Let's do Bulletproof. That sounds like that's a good song to get going to. Man, I'm exhausted. Rest day is probably definitely coming. Just gotta remember it's lightweight. Lightweight. Oh man. Oh, that feels good. You hate it, but you love it at the same time. Just sit here and spam this. I also heard yesterday Trump signed an executive order making it against the law to skip leg day. So a lot of you guys are in trouble. Sit here and spam this a couple more times, and then we might go ahead and go do some leg pressing. No squatting today, though. Oh, that last rep was really good. Easy, lightweight. So what are we at? 643 pounds. It's not too heavy, not too light. So go ahead and crush this out for a couple sets. I might go heavier. It all just depends. Depends on how we feel. Alright. Probably do one more set of this and then might go do calves. We haven't done calves in a while. Finish up my sets on leg press. Now let's do some calves. Kind of feel how they feel. Get a feel on how they feel. Alright, I think I'm gonna up the weight. It'll be my last set that I record, but I'll sit here and spam these 3 or 4 times more. All right. Let's sit here, do 3 more sets, 3 more sets, and then I'll see you guys in the pose down. Leg pump check. Probably should have done this before I did calves, but let's see what the legs are looking like. Alrighty. That might be too dark. Let me see here. Could just be the lighting in here sucks too, but whatever. So I don't know. I see more leaning out right in here. So I do see them leaning out a little bit more. Like, you see how it's starting to get more definition? Oh yeah, definitely starting to see a little bit more definition up into here too, into the glute area. Like, look at that freaking calf, man. The calf. My calves are badass. That's one thing I love is my calves. But look at that. That is definitely starting to show some more definition. It's coming along. You guys tell me in the comments. What do you guys think? I'm seeing a big difference. And then let's check the upper body area. I saw a big difference when I woke up this morning. You can definitely see it in the chest, a little bit in the belly area, but right in here, right here is where I noticed the most weight loss right now. And then for some reason, actually I can tell right here. That's weird. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? So it looks like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it looks like this has less fat than on this side. That's weird looking. Like, you can see the fat hang right there more right here, and then right here is more just like cut off. Why is he doing that? That is weird. Like, it's like whoop, but then here's like whoop, but then here's like whoop. That's it. That's weird. Yeah, you can really see it when you go to the sides. You can see where it goes whoop, but then on this one it like cuts under. That's weird. Interesting. I'm probably gonna have loose skin. This is probably where I'll have loose skin. It's right in here, and then right in here. But that's okay. Interesting, man.
Exercise ring closed.
Oh. Yeah, I thought I ended exercising. What are you doing? This is pump check. But yeah, looking good, feeling good. Just gotta keep up. Just gotta keep it up. Probably have a little bit of loose skin back here too, but there's a lot more fat back here I need to lose around my belly and around in here. It's coming along. You guys are seeing the results. If you've been following these videos, go back all the way back to my first videos from this year, and you'll see a difference, definitely. But I'll see you guys back in the car. Today's, again, is just too cold to take the camera out. Man, I feel destroyed right now. My legs, everything's really sore. Whew. I definitely feel like a rest day's coming. We'll see though. We'll definitely see. So I think I'm done showing you guys the kind of watered down, easy, like good controlled sets. And because no matter what, even though I show that, like, people still, it's not on YouTube, but it's mostly on TikTok. People people will make the comments of ego lifting, or you need to take rest days and all this, like, just all this stuff, like, oh, your form isn't good and whatever. But anyways, so I think I'm going to start showing you guys the really hard sets where I go really hard and push myself to almost like breaking point, because I show you guys tiny bit of it, but I don't show you guys my really super hard sets. And one of the reasons why I was doing that was because I didn't want someone who's new to the gym see that and then try to copy that, because you can hurt yourself if you're not careful, if you don't know how to listen to your body. And so I think I'm gonna start showing you guys some of my really heavy sets where I'm pushing it, where I maybe can only get like 5 reps, or like I might have showed you guys 1 or 2 of those, but like there was a couple times in there where, so for like example, for the leg curls, I did the whole stack plus added some more weight to it, and then on the, so maybe I should start doing one-legged. I just thought of that. Maybe I should start doing one-legged sometimes, but not the full stack, of course. That'd be insane. You'd have to be like Ronnie Coleman style of strength to do that. But so maybe I'll start showing you guys that stuff where I'm going like super heavy, my really super heavy ones. And I'm going to be out. They don't look pretty. They don't look good, but it's still doing its job. But just be warned, and I'll warn you guys before I do them, like, hey, don't copy this. Don't do it like I'm about to do it. Still go hard, but like, I just don't want you guys to hurt yourself. So I'd feel bad if someone commented, hey, I did what you did and then I hurt myself. I'd feel so bad. But man, I feel really good. But I feel like rest day is going to be needing to come soon. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. If tomorrow I feel like, hey, my arms are good to go, I'm going to go again. But if I'm feeling like the way I'm feeling today, then tomorrow will definitely be an active rest day. And then when I start really, when the bulking happens, that's when I'll really start even really pushing myself hard, right? So I push, like, I'll show you guys my sets that I push hard while in a deficit. But you got to understand, I'm not doing that a whole lot, right? I'm just doing that every once in a while, just because I don't want to, like, you're in a calorie deficit, so the risk of injury is higher. Your glycogen is depleted. You know what I mean? You're not having a lot of carbs, so risk of injury goes way up when you're in a deficit, definitely. But when we go on the bulk, that is when we'll start going even super more heavy and just trying to crush it. It's almost not going to be even like bodybuilding style. It's going to be more like pushing into like the strongman limits, maybe. I just don't know what I want to do yet. I don't know yet. Maybe it'll be more bodybuilding style instead of strongman style, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel. We'll see at that time if my goals change. Right now, my goal is just get to 10% body fat or under, and we're well on our way. The body's changing. You guys are seeing it. So it's almost like we're going through, I don't know if we're kind of going through a recomp stage, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to, like, I don't know. You guys tell me. Like, some people like to, a lot of people will sit there and say a lot of the different stuff of what I'm doing wrong, but do you guys see it as a recomping phase? I don't know. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And just gotta stay in the deficit. And so the one thing that I've been noticing is like, and I don't know if I have females that watch. I think I do. So like, I've talked about gym anxiety and stuff like that, and I still have it, man. Like, gym anxiety, it's rough. Even though I'm looking good and I'm looking really better, like the body dysmorphia and then like the gym anxiety, it's like, ugh. I hate anxiety. But some days I really have to hype myself up by watching like Trend Twins and listening to like some some good music, some really hardcore music, and then just calling myself a little bee and just getting in there and just like, I don't know, I get into this weird mindset, and that kind of helps the anxiety just a little bit. But where I was going at with is like, if you're female and you have PCOS, like, I do feel bad for you. It is harder for you guys to lose the weight, lose the fat. But please don't listen to these influencers that are online that's telling you it's still not. They're like, no, it's not calories in versus. It still is. At the end of the day, you still have to be in a calorie deficit. Yes, you're going to have to eat more cleaner foods, and your appetite's going to be more increased because your hormones are off. But getting I think it's 70 grams of fat in a day for females, it really helps your hormone health more. Men, I think, need about 50 grams, women about 70 grams. So it's just yeah, but just don't get in that mindset, man. And this is with anything. Don't use that as an excuse to why you're not losing weight. Don't fall into that victim mentality of oh, well, I can't do it because of this. No, where there is a will, there is a way. Man, if I used my neuropathy, I could easily use my neuropathy as an excuse. You guys don't see me, just a little bit ago, man, I was just limping around in there. I was having a hard time walking around. And you guys don't see that part. And I was kind of starting to struggle to walk because the neuropathy was kicking in pretty bad. And I couldn't feel my foot. And then the pain was starting to increase in my ankle and up my leg. And you guys don't see that part. Maybe I should record that part. But imagine if I just used that as an excuse of why I couldn't lose weight or go hard at the gym. No, man. Don't use that stuff as an excuse. Trust me, you will be in such a better place mentally and physically if you stop having that victim mentality of oh, well, I got hurt, so now I can't do any of it. And it's man, you can work around the injury. You could still do things. You could still stay in a calorie deficit, And that's the same with PCOS. It's for example, Megan has PCOS, and once she started counting her calories correctly and started counting everything and really hindering down, and she even had some days in there where she was fasting, she lost 35, 40 pounds, man. And it's just don't fall into that. And you got to understand, a lot of those online influencers that are trying to tell you it's not all about just calorie in versus calorie out, man. They're trying to sell you a meal plan. They're trying to sell you something, right? So they're trying to be well, hire me as a coach and I can help you lose weight. But then guess what they're doing? They're having you be in a calorie freaking deficit. There's no way around it. You cannot eat above your maintenance and lose weight. Meaning a lot of calories, right? So you can technically go a couple hundred over and lose it by burning it off, by cardio and stuff like that. But still, and that kind of stuff. But still, it's at the end of the day, it's still calories in versus calories out, right? Because it's you're burning those calories off. So just, guys, don't fall into those traps. There's a lot of influencers out there with false information that just want to sell you something. So, you know what I mean? And a lot of them will use their weight loss to their advantage. There's this one girl on TikTok, she blocked me, and I really liked her because she was telling people it's about calories in versus calories out, and she was showing you can drink diet soda, you can do all this stuff. But then once the whole PCOS crowd, and then she started wanting to sell her things, she was oh yeah, it's not about calories in versus calories out with PCOS. And it's yes, it is. It's still, at the end of the day. And then she was oh, but you have to take Ozempic. And it's guys, Ozempic suppresses your appetite so you eat less food. So what does that do? Puts you in a calorie deficit. It's if you took a woman in Africa You're going to go tell a woman in Africa who has PCOS, like, oh, we don't have to give you that much food because guess what? You're not going to starve to death because you have PCOS, so your PCOS is going to keep you fat. You think that? Yeah, that's not how it works, man. A girl in Africa who doesn't have access to food hardly is not, and has PCOS, is not going to be obese because she's going to be starving to death. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing. If you take a girl with PCOS and you have them do, and this is like, you have to, like, this is not me telling you to do this, but I'm saying if you were to fast for 40 days and just drink water and have electrolytes, I guarantee it, she's going to lose fat and she's going to lose weight. But then you know what they're going to say? Oh, well, you know, it's because then her body switched to ketones and now it's just running off fats. And it's like, just whatever, man. It's just like, I don't know why people just don't be one of those people. Take accountability of what you're putting in your mouth. Take accountability of how many calories you're eating and how many, and that goes with the same with gaining weight. If you're not gaining weight, you're not eating enough calories. So just take accountability. The sooner you do it, the better. And that's what I realized. And, you know, I used to fall in those traps and I used to do fad diets and then I'd gain on my way back. And don't learn from my mistakes. It's calories in versus calories out. Weigh out all your food. Eat 80% clean. Have 20% of whatever else you want to eat, like Skittles or whatever, as long as you don't go over your calorie limit. And call it good, man. Don't call it a relationship with food. Don't call it with whatever. If a day you're like, man, I really want a Big Mac, have that freaking Big Mac. Count it, you know what I mean? And then go on with your day. And then for the rest of the day, have really good foods that are high in protein, and just weigh everything out and count everything. And don't go over your calories. That's if you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to gain weight, adding that Big Mac or adding some type of sweet treat is going to help you get over that maintenance. And dude, that's freaking awesome. That's what you want. You want to be over your calories. But enough ranting on that. I really wanted to do this channel to help people lose weight and show people it is possible. I was told that I was insulin resistant. I was told all these different things. And man, once I just started being calories in versus calories out, and I got a grasp of counting my calories and all these things and properly tracking, that is when I started losing weight consistently. Lost 92 pounds, kept it off, and we're still losing. So we're probably going to lose over 100 and something pounds is total. So I just want to make sure that you guys really get that and you guys get the correct information. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to correct myself and I'm going to learn more and then give you guys the right information. No like BS. So I really want to help people. I really want to encourage people to get healthier. I really want to help people get motivated and all that stuff. And that's my goal on this kind of content and all that stuff. But anyways, gonna go check on the pug, go check on my little spiky boy, and then just hold off to have another meal for another at least couple hours. Have chicken, have whatever, chicken and broccoli, and just stay in my deficit and just rest, do a 45-minute cardio session outside, rest, try to get sleep, and call it good. So, but we'll see you guys tomorrow, either for arms or active rest day. Maybe I'll do a full day of eating tomorrow instead of, mixed with an active rest day. That might be kind of cool. Or I might just go freaking hit arms, man, because I love hitting arms. Get those bicep pumps. Those are some of the best pumps. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.